Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gatia, where the populace are at the mercy of elemental chaos, unpredictable weather, and strangers from another world that say things that we just don't understand, but we like them anyway. Our story this evening continues to follow the adventures and mishaps of the group known as The Measure. Now, once again, the whole measure, as we're rejoined again by Colby and Sora. Oh, yay! As the Measure seek to continue to protect their home of Greystand. During the session tonight, to those of you in chat, we'll be interacting with you all to the best of our ability. But so as to not break the flow of our roleplay, we will be primarily responding through chat as opposed to verbally. We take a short break around 9:30 though, and when we come back from said break, we will have a few moments to actually speak to you all and say hello and how are you. And always, as a final note, while you are here, be excellent to each other. So welcome back, Sora, Colby. Welcome back. It's so good to have you back.
Good to be back.
If any of our Player Hater Gaming people are in chat right now, hi. It was so good having you here. Thank you for sending my players back. I missed them. I see Rot's in there. Hey, Rot. Let's see. Are we talking about 2 weeks from now, Sora? Are we like? I mean, we only have so much we could say.
Because that is entirely up to you. Because I'm assuming you've gotten more details than what you and I have discussed, obviously.
No, not really.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we're not going to reveal that, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Well, without revealing what we are doing, we are 2 sessions away from our 1-year anniversary in Welcome to Greystand. So, campaign is coming to a full year soon. I see first time chat. Hi, Jasmine. Welcome in. So, yes, we are 2 sessions away from our anniversary with this campaign. So do pay attention and listen. Keep an ear out for what's going to be happening on our 1-year anniversary session. I'm very excited.
We have a very special thing planned.
Yes. Save your channel points.
Will there be cake?
There might be.
There should be. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular to bring up, though.
Today is episode 50.
Yeah.
Today's episode 50. Yes, so just 2 away. Sora? You're back. You could say it.
I am. But first things first, while we are not technically actively collaborating with Player Hater Gaming anymore, I still highly recommend you go follow them. For any updates. Their players are also rejoining their own world after a huge culture shock. So, and they are live at 6 EST, 7 EST, right? So
that is correct. Yes.
PM. So they will be live tomorrow. So definitely go check them out. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you are going to miss any point of this session today, it will be up at some point on Thursday. I forget what what day I upload.
Your Thursday podcast is Friday.
Yeah, so Thursday at some point. So yeah, go check that out. Rainmaker just kindly posted our link tree, and there's also a link to Player Hater Gaming. Remember to go give them a follow and say hi.
Yeah.
I'm done talking
Awesome. Now. Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
If you go to our YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. I don't know if that was said.
Did I say that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think you did.
It's okay.
Hey, you know what?
Here's repeating.
Yeah.
I did that one to you like 3 months ago. You said it, and I was just like, yeah, remember to like and subscribe.
Repetition is the key.
Checked out. Oh my god.
Well, with all that out of the way, let's do a quick recap of our last session titled What's Up, Doc? And then we will get into this yet to be named session. Last week's session of Welcome to Grey Stand kicked off as the combat with the Red Cap invaders concluded in the middle of Grey Stand. Having been joined by the Furbolg that the group has come to know as Russ, he addresses the group inquiring about those missing and informing all present that him and some of his fellow tribesmen are headed south toward the village of Birnisnog to help with complications involving a neighboring tribe. For reasons unbeknownst to them, people of the tribe are dying. Soon after departing, the party decides to head south, deeper into the Irst forest in the direction of Birnisnog, keeping an eye out for a gateway to, or doorway to, Arcadia, while headed in a direction that may result in them assisting the Furbolgs. Family members were spoke with before departing. They let them know they might be gone for a while. And as the group stepped into the forest, they were soon after greeted with a ferocious thunderstorm, a proper Gattian hello, if you will. Not much time to rest was given as amidst the thunderstorm, the earth began to shift beneath them, causing difficulties in their travels. But eventually, the party did make some good progress and came for a long rest. While resting, and Doc being on watch, he was visited as a wisp escaped Rarissa's bag. A wisp that revealed herself to be known as Gloria. A wisp that Tim and Rarissa both know. Apparently, when Tim was taken away from Grey Stand in Gattia, the wisps were not allowed to travel with him and had taken up a home inside of Rarissa's bag. Gloria went looking for Tim, but instead found the doctor and informed the doctor that a wisp was looking for help. A little wisp by the name of Steffi, who the last wish was to have somebody sit with her and watch the sunrise. Sunlight being that which is a death sentence for a wisp. As the sun rises and Steffi disappears from Gattia and into the cycle, snow begins to fall. While traveling, the party come across a pair of tall, furry ears that are sticking up over a snowbank, to which their new friend Zahn asked, "Do you eat those?" And upon being confirmed that they do, in fact, eat those, she threw her javelin, impaling a rabbit. But not just any rabbit, but one capable of speech and screaming in pain as the javelin penetrated the snowbank and just suddenly turned red.
Whoops.
Immediately running to the aid of the individual, the group managed to calm down and heal him, and learned that this individual is a rabbitkin person by the name of Geronimo, a member of the fantastically uproarious Chaos Kin. And upon learning what they were doing, said that he would be more than happy to help them find a gateway into Arcadia for a price. Fortunately, in this case, the price is food. As travel continued with Geronimo's help, they tell them about why they're going to Arcadia and are informed that that's going to be a hefty price in order to get Peggy to remove their curses. And as the day of travel came to a close, the Measure and friends found a dry place to camp for the night. And while getting ready to go to sleep, they noticed that the coil marking on Zahn's arm has started to make its way up towards her face. and within moments, both her and Doc collapsed to the floor. Doc and Zahn soon found themselves in a mist-enshrouded space as a shadowed individual made some remarks, snapped his fingers, and pulled the individuals towards them. And that was the end of our session. With us starting back up here, Cassidy and Rarissa, your new companions have dropped to the ground, and their outlines, their silhouettes, if you will, slowly start to turn black until they just seem like a physical manifestation of a shadow. And then within a couple of moments, these shadows seem to shatter.
Everything's fine.
And as these particles of shadow energy, if you will, begin to fly out and dissipate into the surroundings, you see left in their place the prone forms of Rena and Tim. Rena, Tim, you're on the cold, wet ground. You are so close to nature right now. You are conscious. You
I'm
are
already
on the
wet.
ground. You're already wet.
But now you're wet and cold.
Oh.
Nonsense. She's got a new cloak.
We're awake, though, just laying on the ground. Oh, fuck, we're in the forest again. What the hell?
I didn't do it this time.
I don't believe you.
Tim, as you say that, these pair of rabbit ears pass up into your perception, and you just kind of see the top half of a rabbit. And he goes, "What's up, Doc? You all right?"
No, I'm not Doc. And I'm
He just
I'm all left. Thanks for asking. I'm half left, sorry, I fucked up the joke.
We'll never forgive you.
he skitters backwards, and he like gets next to you, Cassidy, and goes, "This one's not gonna throw a javelin at me, is it?"
No. No javelin throwers here.
Okay.
Cassidy?
Oh, hey guys!
Hey guys. I was
Marissa's
waiting
just
for
gonna,
Rarissa to panic. Be like,
Oh yeah, she's just gonna like. She'll probably be like "Wah!" at first when people are disappearing, and then just be like, Tim! and like just immediately hug her sister, like tackle.
Hug! Last thing I remembered was I was disintegrating. That was weird. Everything went dark.
disintegrating?
Yeah.
Oddly calming, though.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Oddly, disintegrating is oddly calm. I'm just glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
When I saw Doc and Zahn begin to turn black and shatter, my idea of what the world is was starting to shatter.
Oh.
This will all make sense when I'm older.
That's my goal, too, at this point. I know things, but I don't understand them. Okay. It's so good to be back.
I'm glad the shatter led to you guys, though.
Yeah.
That was pretty weird.
Yeah, weird kind of follows us around.
Well, good. You'll fit right in Arcadia then.
Good.
And who is this? Tim points to the rabbit.
This is Geronimo.
He
Okay.
does this just flourishing bow as he's introduced.
Tim bows in response. How do you do, Geronimo? My name is Tim.
Nice to meet you.
Right back at you.
See, this thing happened where we thought Geronimo was just a rabbit. And so what people might do when they see a game animal, it's pretty normal. Just try to hunt it. So
he lifts up his tunic, and you see like this scar on his torso where something very large penetrated his body.
Ooh. Ow. Not in the fun
He was
way.
definitely stabbed,
yeah, that was how we met.
but not by me.
Myrna didn't say that.
Hey,
Not that I think you'd have any trouble, Geronimo, but that ought to help you out with the ladies.
Fuck.
Oh. I didn't think of that.
Oh my god.
That's true.
So are we why are we out in the forest? Are we gonna head back home?
I'm bringing you Arcadia.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying really hard.
You sure look like it, buddy.
I thought you weren't supposed to try.
Well, I mean, I have to do it now. We made a deal.
Oh,
okay. They paid the favor, so I'm doing the job. It's just, it's not like I just know where it is. You got to stumble across it. But I know what to look for.
We're
Just
in
like-
your hands.
wandering around though, we were heading to Bernasnog because that's where Russ is, checking on that area because people are just dying.
Oh,
Yes, the Furbolgs have a sister village in that region as well. So Russ actually helped us out in Greystand. So we were hoping spending this time traveling southbound will help us in the long run get towards the next goal.
oh, it sounds like y'all got it all together. Fantastic. I'll just sit back and let y'all lead.
Alright.
Yeah, Geronimo's been pretty good. I'm glad we found you, Geronimo.
Not usually what I hear, but me too.
And he kind of like taps his foot a few times, thumps his foot.
But we were resting, right? We were gonna go to sleep,
That's great.
I think. Okay.
Oh yeah, we were gonna take turns doing watch and stuff.
He just kind of like hops off, and he's starting to gather just branches and leaves and making a bed as he had the previous night. So
Well, let's
How
get prepared, and I'll throw up the hut.
Woo!
What's that? Oh, I know that trick too. I mean, I can't do it, but I know that trick too.
Good, fantastic. You're familiar.
I am.
So you
Yeah.
know how it works.
Mr. Carlisle does it all the time.
Mr. Carlisle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who? pray
Another esteemed member of the fantastically uproarious Chaoskin, Sir Carlisle Montepicure.
tell? That's quite the name.
He's quite the man. Or hobgoblin.
Okay.
Uh-huh. He he tries to sing, but it's not very pretty. But we don't tell him that. He'll
They're
get
better-
better in time.
Hobgoblins seem like they're better at spoken word.
Yeah, you'd think.
I know they can monologue.
Mm.
but he just as he sees you're casting that, he starts pushing his little leaf and stick bed over closer to the group and just kind of sits down in it. Well, yeah. So who's what are we doing? You're putting up the hut. Who's our first watch peoples?
Cass will perform at least part of the first watch because she's not very good at second watch.
Okay.
I'll take first watch as well. Tim's got
Alright.
things to jot down.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. Okay.
But before that happens, he'll give Arissa a hug.
She'll hug him back and then just straight up kiss him.
Oh.
Woo!
Something you should know. Right after that. I woke up in a bed and I thought it was you. And I kissed your sister on the cheek. When we woke up in the other world.
Well,
I was mostly asleep, but I'm sorry.
I screamed at him.
She did.
Word.
You? Shut up.
I was also cuddling someone that I didn't know. I felt the bird face. It wasn't actually his face. Anyway. It's fine.
Bird face. Okay.
It was a mask.
So
Oh.
It wasn't, like, not actually his face.
So who woke up with Lennar? Is he dead?
Oh, is that the big lady?
Oh,
The one
yeah.
they call Zahn?
Yep.
We got a lot of
Yeah.
questions.
Is he
I-
dead?
We actually confirmed that he wasn't.
Okay.
you didn't see him afterwards.
I'm sure he was asleep so hard they thought he was dead and they just walked out.
Okay.
Who's to say? I will say, Marissa and Cassidy, that you did see Valdine, and he
Yeah.
didn't seem like anything was wrong. So
Yeah.
He seemed panicked at least.
yeah.
I think Valdine might have brought it up.
I can't remember now. He had so little input because Umir was doing most of the talking for once.
Well, I mean, he may not have brought up what happened, but if
Alright.
if his son had gone somehow, he would have been.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
He did,
Marissa would reach into her pocket too and be like, the guy that took your place, Doc, left these for you, and like would pull out the stuff that she was handed for Tim, along
Taking-
with her own little notes. and I also wrote down some of the things he said to me, and just you were there, right? And there with the sky sharks.
He told you about those?
Sky sharks!
He showed me them.
I caught one!
She did.
I did.
wow.
I got to see one dissected.
Oh, that sounds awesome. We didn't have the time.
We just ate it. I still have some
How big
pieces,
was
though.
your sky shark?
And almost got eaten by one, actually.
Yeah,
Didn't get
was-
eaten. What?
really weird.
But yeah, I mean, in case there's any details that might have not been said while you were there.
He
Oh, Tim, also, I don't know if you heard me when we were disintegrating, but I stole a book.
What?
I stole a
Why?
book. You were eyeballing the books and you weren't gonna take one, so I took one.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Rena. You don't steal a man's books. Great. We already owe them 1,000 gold, whatever that means, and we owe them this book.
Oh.
And they left us notes. They were so kind.
We didn't leave them shit.
No, we didn't.
It sounds to me like you left them some debt.
We went there, we
We'll be
spent
okay?
some money.
I think they'll be okay, but still, that's oof. Are we familiar with interest?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Drakix is gonna be so mad.
Wow. We're so rude.
Yeah.
My parents raised me better than this.
We didn't help them at all, Tim.
Well, they're in another world, right?
Probably.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Well, it's like Gus says, a debt you could hide from is one you don't gotta pay, so...
Surely they're not coming down here, right? So
I have a feeling we might be linked. I don't know.
do we still have the?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope. No coil.
Okay. Okay.
Did the doc do anything when y'all woke up?
No, I immediately got out of. We were in your hut though, but it was very strange to wake up to not you. I mean, it's fine.
Agreed.
Nothing happened other than a face pat.
You ain't a peach yourself, Tim.
Hey, I saw a blue cheek and I kissed it. I'm sorry.
At least it was
You
that
do kind of
cheek.
look alike.
Like I said, when we woke up, could have done worse.
Mhm.
You two do kind of look alike.
Yeah.
Well, we are sisters.
Oh, yeah, I look like some of my brothers, at least like same as like 20 of them.
Okay.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Good to see you all again.
So, are we gonna?
Oh, watch. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, I meant that's fine. We can do that. Are we gonna talk about how or why you guys just went blip? Because as much as we tried to figure out with Doc and Zahn, we were just at the mercy of whatever is going on here. Kind of feels like the rest of what we do in the measure.
Yeah.
They had some black coily thing that just slowly kind of consumed them, and you guys are back.
We had that.
Yeah, I
too.
got a good look at that. See, I wrote it down. See, I was able to discern some text. See, those who were taken will be returned by this curse. I bind your body, and I saw 2 names. Peggy, of course, but recognize the other one.
Geronimo kind of like cringes a little bit when you say Peggy.
That's it's a little spooky, Tim.
You know,
Oh,
but I'm
one
pretty
of-
proud that I was able to get that.
Anything attached to Peggy is spooky.
Ooh.
I don't know how that happened either. I fell asleep really quick, and there was this weird like dream we had, nightmare. Woke up. He woke up with the wrong twin, so I don't.
Yeah. I saw her fall asleep in my arms, so again.
Yeah. So I don't. No idea how that happened.
But we made it out alive, and we're back.
And I got a cool cloak.
not swallowed by a sky shark.
Ooh, can I see it?
Yes.
I got a special amulet, but I'm not sure how it's going to work here. Their magic is very different. I almost lost control of a fireball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's unsettling.
Doc had mentioned that the magic was different here for him as well. He did one of those notes that he left you. He actually left some things about our curses.
Oh,
I can't read them, but he said you would be able to.
well, that's a neat trick.
Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about any of you spontaneously combusting, do I? Because I've heard of that being a curse.
No,
Okay.
One way to find out.
it's also true. Well, as far as we know, no. You don't have to worry about that.
Takes a long time to get that smell out of your fur, I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess we deserved that after you got shanked.
Well, I mean, well, I was being serious, but okay. Poor Robert never saw it coming, just...
Oh no, Robert. Well, Bob.
Oh god.
Well, I'm gonna try to get some rest, I think. Wake me up.
We'll wake you two up once we're done with our watch and y'all can catch up.
Marissa would
Jerome.
go and give Tim a quick peck on the cheek before she went.
Pulling her back
I'm
in
glad
for a
you're
full
back.
one.
Then after that, Rena's like,
Mm.
puppies. No. Sister cuddle.
Sister squash.
Yes.
Despite being this bipedal rabbit person, Geronimo makes a thing of walking in a circle on all fours around his bramble bed and just collapses down face first into it eventually.
I just love that.
Just goes limp and yeah. All right, so Cassidy and Tim, you are doing a watch.
Oh. Man, Tim, you must be so tired.
I am, but I'm not. Their world was overwhelming. Everything was different. The ground we walked on was different. They had floating land masses in the sky, in the clouds. And I'm still reeling, honestly. How are things while we were gone? Is everyone at the village okay? Were there any incidents? You met with Russ.
There was an incident. I guess all of the
Yippee.
Yeah.
There was an incident. Yippee!
Is that the red caps?
I don't know why I just
Anyway.
got eaten. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm looking at Luna. Yeah. Anyhow, everything we've been getting up to seems to come back to Peggy, which comes back to Winter Court. So I guess you could say they're not happy with us, and they sent some red caps to the village to cause a disturbance, and we could have lost people. We got real lucky, and Doc and Zahn stood and fought with us because me and Rarissa and the others from Grey Stand wouldn't have been able to repel the red caps on our own.
Well, I'm glad it all worked out then. The plan is to head to Björnesnog while hoping to stumble upon a portal.
Yeah, so closing ground on Björnesnog at the same time as closing ground on Arcadia.
That's a good plan. That's a good plan. I knew that.
While you're having this discussion, Tim, you'd see, and Cassidy, you can see it too. A little wisp just kind of sits and lands on Tim's shoulder.
Oh,
It's Gloria.
Oh. Hello, Gloria.
Hi, Mr. Tim. Welcome back.
You knew I was gone.
Yeah, we weren't able to go with you. We've been in Miss Rarissa's bag for the past few days. There's a lot of really sharp things in there.
It's true. But I imagine it's one of the safer places to be.
No one's going to stick their hand in there and come out unscathed.
Nope. And there's very few people who I'd trust more.
That's what we figured.
What's going on, Gloria? You okay?
Yes. I think I'm better now that you're back.
Oh, glad to be back, and I'm glad to see you here.
While you were gone, the doctor person helped Steffi move on into the cycle.
Good.
She was ready, and she didn't want to wait. So
That's okay. I'm glad she found peace. One way or another.
me too. Is it okay if I just sit here for a little while?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Gloria.
Thank you.
Anytime. That would be 3 that passed on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's Steffi, that's Emily, and Gregory.
Not
Gregory
counting
was
you,
the first
Gloria.
one.
That would be 3 more, right? 3 left.
4.
4.
There-
Okay.
There's 4 of us left, including me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought I'd said. No worries. It's been a long.
The DM
Yes.
might have misheard you.
Yeah.
It's all good.
God, Gloria, you don't know how to count to 4?
Oh,
I'm 6.
that's
Hey,
part of
you be
the
kind,
tragedy.
Gloria. It's been a long. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Rest as long as you'd like. Stay with us. It's fine.
Okay.
You're welcome with us anytime.
You two want to give me a perception roll, please?
I can't click anymore. Okay.
Use the click clacks.
Use the force, Luke.
Hey, that's not bad.
All right, Cassidy, what you got?
19.
Ooh. Tim.
14.
Okay. So fortunately, it's calm. There is a fresh covering of, well, not fresh, but there's still some snow on the ground, but the snowfall itself has stopped. Of course, you're not inconvenienced with the cold that is associated with the snow because of Tim's tiny hut, but that's something to note, I think. It's been months since you've had a random snow encounter. And here it is, or there it goes. It's a calm night as the creatures of the forest have probably gone off to find somewhere warm to sleep and to stay away from these lower temperatures. So nothing happens. It's a nice calm first watch. Not bad for your first night back. So,
Ready to switch it up and get some rest.
are you guys waking both of the siesters?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You are both shooketh awake.
Oh, it's our turn. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night, you two.
It was
Well-
a good night, a little chilly, but it was fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sister.
I better see both of you in the morning.
I fucking hope so. I had fun, but I don't want to leave again. Not right now.
Wonder if we could book them for a vacation.
That would be amazing. It'd be so good. Go to bed, Tim.
Good night, Rena. Good night, Marissa. Good night, Cassidy.
Good night.
You too. Forehead kisses for both of you. Mwah, mwah.
Oh.
Oh, shut.
Riri, that was a lot of fun, but I'm glad to be back.
Like you had quite the jumping adventure.
I can say that I caught a shark in the sky. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And I caught some fish too, but like half of them got slobbered on by this like dog that teleported. And a cat. So I don't know if they're still good. I'll probably eat them anyway. Just cook them. Yeah, it'll probably be fine. So sky fish and a sky shark.
Wash them up and take the skin off. I'm sure it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I can use my new handy dandy fishing knife. I am a little sad that we're away from home. I didn't get to say goodbye to Mom or Lars, so...
Yeah, she doesn't know that you are back.
Oh,
Told her I was gonna find a way to get you and Tim back.
good. Okay,
I
so
didn't
what
know you
I'm...
guys were just gonna
Right.
back into existence, but
Yeah, just...
Is there a technical term for that gesture?
So what I'm hearing is by the time we get back to the village, I'm dead. Okay. Okay.
well, I mean, I don't think she'll blame you for just poofing out of existence when you couldn't exactly do anything about it.
Did she know that I left the house? Don't give me that
Oh.
face. No.
You were gone!
I'm in so much trouble. I'm
Your
in trouble.
disappearance was more important than you sneaking out of the house in my opinion.
You know how she is. Every time I snuck out, she got mad. I'm
Fair.
28. Well, we're 28. Why did she still get mad at us for that? And I was with Lennar. Damn it.
Yeah, you were.
It wasn't. I mean, nothing happened. Nothing happened. We cuddled. And I fell asleep. And he told me he felt the same way. So that was cool. But, like.
You got confirmation on that now?
Yeah, but. But it was confirmation, but now we're not there, so I don't know what to do.
Can reaffirm those feelings when we get back.
In 5 to 7 business years. Yeah, but who knows when we're gonna get back?
Well, hopefully not that long.
I hope not. I really hope not. Because this sucks. But I'm glad to be back. So hopefully everyone will still be there when I get back, and I can say hi to Mom, and I can say hi to Lennar and River and everybody, but I'm glad to have you and Cassidy back right now. So
Same with you and Tim. With the way Dawkins on talked about the place, I almost wondered if at least he wouldn't find a way.
find a way to what?
He at least wouldn't what?
Find a way to stay there. So I'm glad to see you both back.
Yeah. We enjoyed it while we could. And I don't think Tim, even if he really, 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 really wanted to, could have left you behind. So.
Oh.
That there's just
Yeah.
magic there.
There was a lot of magic. There was a lot of magic. The islands were floating. The sky was like below us. And there was like magic shops where I got this cloak and he got that amulet looking thing. Magic beyond my comprehension. I can make a hand appear and shoot fire out of my hands. That's the extent of it. This was just like amazing. We rode in like this flying cart thing, and there was glass. There was glass everywhere. Glass. It was really cool.
Hearing about it was fun, but I imagine like seeing it was a whole different world. I really can't wait to hear from both of you on your perspectives.
Oh, I'm sure Tim will talk your ear off about it.
I'll gladly listen.
Alright. For Captain
All
Tim.
right, well, yeah. I was going to say, if you two are ready, you can give me perception rolls.
Oh, it doesn't work the same way.
Okay, Riri, what'd you get?
14.
Okay, Rena.
13.
Okay. Nothing noticeable. Quiet night for you both as well. It's almost almost an uncomfortable silence. Maybe more so for Marissa than Rena, because Rena, you were over there for a couple of days. So you know what a silent, well, I mean, you weren't sleeping in or near a forest to my understanding. So
No.
maybe this isn't too uncomfortable for you, but just the lack of nature sounds is weird. So maybe a little unsettling, but you don't notice anything beyond that. Okay. Let's see. Eventually, the sun rises, and Cassidy, you don't wake up easy, but you feel something just like pushing you repeatedly.
I don't like that motion you're doing. Sorry.
I was jerking my leg, and you wake up, and you see that Geronimo was laying down a little too close to you, and his foot is like he's like kicking his foot in his sleep, and he's just hitting your shoulder. But he's asleep.
I look over as I'm figuring out what's going on and give him an indignant expression, trying to wonder what I should do with myself. And maybe consider tickling his toes so that they stop touching me.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, his foot, as it's hitting me, I'm gonna try to tickle it.
Okay, you reach out and tickle his foot, and he just jerks it fast, and he's like, and he wakes up a little bit and goes, "Oh, you're not Melissa." He gets up. He like rubs his foot on the ground because it feels weird now after that tickling sensation. Oh, good, it's morning.
Cassidy has regrets. Just kind of mulling the situation over with awkward expression on her face.
Do you guys like eat before you leave for the morning, or are we just gonna start walking?
I'm a big fan of eating, but
And tea.
I don't have any food.
He plops down on the ground. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a whole ration just right out of his pocket. Just one of the ones that Zahn gave him.
Mm-hmm.
Out of his, is he wearing clothes?
Pocket. He is wearing a tunic and a hat.
Okay, my brain went to like flesh pocket. I know what I said.
No.
I know what I said. Like,
No, he has a tunic on with like two little pockets in the front.
Okay.
But what he pulls out of the pocket, like it doesn't seem like that should be a thing. Like he shouldn't be able to. And there's like no like sign of anything in said pocket either. He just pulls it out, just pulls it open.
Rena pulls out a
I-
piece. Oh, sorry.
I gladly accept the gifted ration.
This is for me. I was
Oh.
pulling this out for me.
I
This
thought he
was
was
your
handing
payment.
it to me.
No.
I didn't pay you. That was Zahn. I thought you were being kind. My mistake.
Did you leave? Did you go traveling without bringing food?
Maybe?
Oh.
Pulls one out and hands it to you.
I'm holding it and now I say, well, now I feel bad.
I'll add it to your tab. It's okay. Or I'll start you a tab.
All right. All I have is Electrum, just so you know.
Oh. Well. Okay.
It's not
that's
my
fine.
fault or mine. It's like the gold and the silver and they're together and you try to smelt it and they end up alloying. So we just kind of gave up and let it be Electrum. It's a whole
Okay.
thing.
All right.
Otherwise, maybe we would have gold and silver.
This is a weird place.
We got what we got. I mean, that's the mine that we have. So. What would you do if that's all you had?
Look for another mine.
Don't you have a home village?
No. I have the Spring Court. I have the Springlands, and that's it. And my friends and I have a small house close to where the Summerlands meet the Springlands during the solstice, and that's it.
So you do have a home.
I stay there sometimes, kind of just like a place to sleep if I'm nearby. We move around a lot. We're very busy.
Okay. Well,
Fuke is a very busy group.
excuse me?
Fuke. Fantastically uproarious chaos kin. Fuke.
Cassidy's going. Puke.
Uh-huh.
You call us weird.
What?
How are you even a creature?
That's very offensive. That's like me asking why you're not a rock.
I was influenced by earth elements, but I'm not a rock. Hey, my daddy called me Pebble, so I guess it's not that offensive.
Okay, well, I exist because I exist. I don't know.
Know what you
people
are
would-
and wear it as armor so no one can use it against you.
It wasn't me that time.
Okay.
Oh, so last time it was you? Got it.
Well, because I left and came back by accident. I don't know what happened. It yeeted me.
That was quick.
They say that a lot of the creatures like myself, although there's a lot of me, some of us exist because of what all of you people here in this plane think up. Like some of us exist because people thought about us hard enough or something. I don't know.
Wait, we can do that?
I don't know. It's a theory.
I really hope that they don't look in my dreams and see what my nightmares are, because I'd hate to discover some of those in Arcadia.
I'd be less concerned about the nightmares and more concerned about some of the other things that live there. If that's the case.
That's a valid point.
Uh-huh.
You would know better than me.
And I'm sure you will soon enough too, because I'm hoping that when I get us to Arcadia that you'll get to meet the other people of Fuke. Because you're gonna need help. You're gonna have a long way to go.
Is it? I know Peggy's really scary.
Uh-huh.
And the path that you laid out for us was going to Peggy herself and paying her price to have the curses removed, but
Yeah.
let's just say that's not possible. Do you know anyone in Fuke or anyone else who has other methods of diminishing curses? Because I've tried to remove the curse and it doesn't dissipate naturally, so we might have to find an alternative method and not do this on Peggy's books, so to say.
I don't know. If you can find somebody that knows how or can, you're probably putting them in a lot of danger.
Yeah, I thought that just by asking the question might be dangerous.
Yep.
Maybe we're just stuck with these curses.
I'm sure Peggy can give you a price. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
You'll have a good amount of time until you get there to figure out how to take care of it, so...
Yeah, it's a bit of a circular argument.
Okay.
Okay.
I imagine this conversation is going on as you all are getting food and then starting to pack up camp as time goes on. But as soon as does anybody else have anything they're discussing right now?
Just waking up and getting food, I guess.
Okay.
Haven't had Tim's tea in a while.
Oh.
Okay, so quick question.
Mm-hmm.
This would be Tim to the measure. Does your mom know that Rinna's okay, alive? But do we need to update anyone back at the village, essentially?
I mean,
Should probably reach out to my parents.
we told the elders, and I spoke with my mom as well that we were where we were going, and that we might be gone for a while. They know that you guys disappeared, but they don't know that you're back.
Let's see if we can get that settled. Probably best just to send one message to Mir.
To Umir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give that a shot.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that D100 and
It's a 75.
nice. Okay. You feel the spell connect.
Sorry,
You're
counting
counting
words.
out our words. Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah, this should be under. Hi. This is Tim and Verena. We are alive and back with the measure. We are on our mission together. Sorry. Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Verena.
Okay, cool.
Curse you both.
Verena, yeah. Yeah, you have 5 words left if you wanted to use them, but
You can respond.
Yeah.
that was yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that in there. You can respond.
Oh, it is good to hear your voice, Tim. I shall let the appropriate individuals know that you are back with us. Be safe.
Did you count as you were speaking?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I knew I had a general idea. I had a general idea, so I was kind of thinking of it ahead of time, but I was counting for you though as you were speaking.
Glad. Thank you. Double checking.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't want you to miss out on words, so. But yeah, so he will
Hopefully
inform.
Amir will- Yeah. He said he'd tell the right people, so we don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, he's responsible.
Yeah, he's the oldest. I trust him.
He is the oldest.
How often can you do that?
Successfully, if nothing goes wrong, 3 times a day. But
Nice.
then I couldn't count, fireball.
Okay.
They're weirdly enough at the same power level.
Over 9,000?
Hell if I know.
Wrong genre. All right, well, Geronimo starts to scatter what remains of his little bed. Works on putting out whatever campfire was left. And all right, are we ready?
Sure. Lead the way, Geronimo. I
Yep.
think I'm going to discuss these notes.
Onward! He picks
As
up
we
a
walk.
long stick and points it in the direction as he starts to walk.
So I did some reading of Doc's notes last night.
Mm.
He seems to think that a bit more flair might be required and power, essentially, might be required to break the curses on us. Doesn't seem to think that killing Peggy would weaken them or get rid of them. Thinks that it might make them strong. So if we are going to confront Peggy, we should probably find a way to get rid of these curses first. Geronimo.
Eggs kind of suck like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. You mentioned a solstice?
Uh-huh.
Is that coming up pretty soon in the Arcadia?
It is.
Oh, thank you for saying that because I gotta tick the calendar ahead.
Doc seemed to think that would be a good point in time to try. Break the curses. Perform a ritual.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not very magically inclined, but if we're there by then, it might make things interesting.
Mhm.
I don't know about it making it easier for you to do what you have to do, but you can try.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think maybe Cassidy, if you and I were to cast each of our magics at the same time on the person within the ritual circle, we might have better luck. I can dispel magic and you can curses. I don't know yet. But just to give y'all an update.
And do we know what type of ritual actions to perform during the solstice in Arcadia?
I don't.
What would
Not off
make
the
a
top of my
difference?
head. Maybe we could ask.
For us, whenever a seasonal solstice comes, it's because all of the lands of Arcadia align.
Are they not conjoined?
Nope.
Good to know. Okay. They're
That's
floating
neat.
land masses?
Uh-huh.
Great.
Each season has, or each court has its own land, and they are separate from one another physically and chaotically.
Great.
So, and we're going to summer court, so we're going to the top of the pile.
Okay. Great. So when we go to face Peggy, we're going to be in her own territory, probably.
Peggy's winter court, not summer court.
Yeah, but the whole area is going to be winter court.
No. What?
Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong.
So there are four lands. There's the summer lands, the spring lands, the fall lands, and the winter lands. And they all float separately from one another. And summer's at the top, then spring, then fall, and then winter, top to bottom. Like bookshelves. You like books, right? I heard something about you liking books.
I do.
So summer's the top shelf and winter's the bottom shelf because it's really cold down there. And when a solstice comes, all of the places move and they're all on the same bookshelf and they connect like a puzzle.
Mm-hmm. And whenever we go...
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Huh?
Sounds pretty great. Whenever we go to confront Peggy, however we do it, we're gonna be in the winter court area.
Yeah.
It'll be nothing but winter court.
Yes.
No intermingling or anything.
Right. And the solstice only lasts for a day. So if unless we get really lucky and whatever gateway we go through puts us right in the middle, well then we're probably not going to make it.
Okay.
But it definitely makes it interesting because people end up where they shouldn't be. They get drunk or inebriated in some other way. And you have winter court in the summer lands. You have summer court in the fall lands. And it's a whole thing. Lots of really weird families have started that way.
Thank you. Thank you, Geronimo. That's good to know.
Uh-huh.
So someone go ahead and give me a survival roll, please. for the travel.
No one taking it? I'll spit it.
Do it.
Oh, I spit it too hard.
Show me what you got.
Hold on. I gotta remember how much I have for survival. Where'd my thingy go?
It's right there.
Well, I found the
I know.
die. Even though I spit it across my bed, I found the die. We're going with survival, right?
Math.
25.
Ooh. Okay. Damn.
I rolled a 17 and I have 8.
Because you rolled so high and you all are moving so swiftly through the woods, Rarissa, can you specifically give me a perception roll, please?
Perception.
Per captain. Per capitan.
Oh, you're not.
What you got?
That. 22.
22?
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Let me double check. Okay, I can't. Alright. Gonna stick to the dice I can read in the dark. While you're moving, you just catch a glimpse for an instant and then it's gone, but you see some sort of bipedal humanoid moving in the distance in roughly the same direction. It's for a glimpse though. It's just for a moment and then they're gone again. And you rolled a 22, so they seem very tall.
Direction?
Heading in the same direction, but far off in the distance.
She would mention it to the rest of the group. Be like, I see someone up ahead.
What
It
they
looks
look
like a
like?
someone, 2 legs, very tall.
2 legs and very tall.
That's all I got.
That is pretty much all you get out of it.
A hopeful guess that maybe it's Russ and friends. They did say they were going in the same direction, and they did leave before us.
Could I tell if it was like for Walgie or like?
Go ahead and give me another perception roll.
That one went down.
What'd you roll? Oh, I thought you meant the number went down.
Okay. That was a 15.
Okay. No, it's hard to tell. They were too far away. So. Okay.
Marissa would probably just look at Cass and be like, I could only see what I could see.
Okay.
Not a lot.
So we can't definitely say for sure that it's not a threat. Maybe we should be cautious.
I'd say something like, hopefully it wasn't a giant, but honestly, you're all kind of giants to me.
Kind of fair, honestly.
All right.
Giants? Are we familiar with giants here?
Yes. You've probably never seen one. but you've heard about them. They have been spotted far north of the Chaldean Shelf, by the base of the mountain. The consensus is stay away from them. So,
Gotcha.
they're dangerous.
Would make sense we'd know of them if we understood the genealogy of Goliaths a little bit, because we know some Goliath.
Yeah, I would say due to the size of the Goliaths, you could assume there's some giant heritage in them, even though it wasn't said explicitly. But yeah, so I need another survival roll, please, from somebody.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I won't lick another one yet.
What's that?
I said I won't lick another one yet.
It's 14.
14. Okay.
I don't have
Like
a
all
very
my
big modifier.
That's fine. You begin to or continue to move along the path. You don't find a path that allows you to move as swiftly as Rarissa did, but you do still move at a decent pace. It is not to dissuade you or discourage you, I should say. Pushing on deeper into the woods, heading further south to the best of your estimation. The sun is starting to set as this day is coming to a close. Can everybody give me a perception roll, please?
Ooh.
I see that mischief, Luna, and it just makes me nervous. All right, Cass, what do you got?
The only instance where I
Five.
spit because it's plastic.
Oh. Okay, what about you? What about you, Rarissa?
I got distracted by puppy picture. I got 27.
Rena?
25.
Okay, Tim?
18.
Okay. Rena and Rarissa, you both notice before anybody else does. You're starting to slow down now. The end of the day is coming, and you reach a clearing, and you see 3 silhouettes in the brush ahead of you, very tall. They seem to be sitting in place. You can't really see any detail. They seem pretty well enshrouded where they are. What do you do?
There's people. To the group.
Mhm.
Oh, again?
Howdy, neighbor.
Oh.
You say this, and from directly behind you, you hear, "Hello, Tim," as Russ steps up from the brush. I see that you and he looks at Rena and realizes that they've never actually encountered one another. He goes, "The other has returned."
The hell are you?
He raises his hand, and 4 more individuals come out from the brush. All of them being Furbolg. One of them being the one that you all have named Chuck. He has dirty copper hair, kind of a slouched posture, and he's got those 2 massive beetles that crawl on him. He has a bow on his back, and he even if he wasn't slouching, it is clear that he is the shortest of this group. He's probably around 6 foot tall. Next to him
Really?
is a
Really? Cass is 6 foot tall.
Yeah, so he's very short. Next to him is a female furbolg. She's got very light and dirty blonde hair that hangs down to just below her shoulder blades, blue eyes, a lean muscular build, and she's kind of geared like you, Reno. She doesn't have a rapier, but she does have a sword, and she has like a small shield. And she's roughly 6'8". There is another male furbolg with gray hair, gray eyes. He's got like this gnarled branch that he's using to help himself walk. He's clearly the oldest. He's around 7 foot tall. And then the last individual is a male furbolg who has a long brown mohawk. That's long enough that if it's forward, it can cover his eyes. But it is swept back in this moment. And he's around 7'2", and he's just armed with a long sword. And he says to Rarissa and Cassidy, "These are the others traveling with me. I believe you know him." And he motions to Chuck.
Hi.
Hey. Gives a wave.
Oh, look at this. It's a whole group of... It's a pleasure to see all of you together.
Yeah,
And actually
especially
see
because
you.
running into you means that we've been going in the right direction.
Yes, it appears so. I was not aware you were headed the same direction as us.
After you helped us in the village, we wanted to come see what we could do in Bernosnog with you. See if we could help.
There's still much travel left, but we appreciate the assistance. This may be beyond our understanding. You see that the female amongst you, in addition to the gear she has, she is also dragging a deer carcass. Very large deer. If you wish, we are resting for the night. There is strength in numbers. We can all camp together.
Sure.
That would be welcome. Thanks, Russ.
He just kind of froze his brow a little bit at that name because he just doesn't know really how to respond to that still. But he gives you a nod. And Geronimo is just kind of standing in the middle of everybody, and he's just like this. Just fully craned back, looking up at everyone.
I've never seen these guys before. They're gigantic.
They're good at not being seen whenever they don't want to be.
That really is hard to believe because they're so big. I'm supposed to be hard to see. I'm little.
And yet
Not
we
good.
saw your ears.
I don't want to talk about it.
I was not going to bring it up.
He just puts a hand where the wound was and just looks a little upset.
I'll pat him on the back and say, "Don't worry, the ladies will love it."
Start my own clan.
You got to come up with a good story, though.
Yeah.
He just nods like, But yeah, so you all are gathering your things and beginning to break camp for the night?
Yes,
Okay.
believe so.
Geronimo's doing his usual thing. The furbolg with the mohawk disappears moments later, like just vanishes. Just you turn around, he's gone. He's who knows. But the rest of them are setting up their own means of camp. They have something akin to bedrolls with them as well, but clearly their things are made of more, natural materials, animal hides and stuff like that. And yeah, they're making a campfire. All
How
that
many of
stuff.
them did you say that there were?
There's a total of 5.
5. 4 of us.
5 of you.
Oh, right.
Geronimo.
Geronimo. Y'all mind if we set up our hut? We kind of exclude you whenever we end up going to sleep, but we'll still be able to take watch. Our group will be able to come and go as they please through it, except for me.
They kind of they all look at each other, but the bulk of them seem to be focused on Russ and the senior Furbolg, if you will. And Russ gives a nod. Do as you normally would.
Chuck.
It takes a minute. You say that, and some of the other Furbolgs look at you and they're like, "What?" And then, huh? Oh,
You remembered. That's fantastic.
Hi.
How did the missive go over? Thank you again, Cassidy, for teaching me that word.
The what?
The note that we gave you to pass on to your elder.
He looks at the rest of the group. It went pretty good, but by the time that the message was received, and I mean, we weren't able to come right away.
Understand.
Russ
We got it
speaks up.
handled.
Yeah. Russ speaks up and he says, we have been dealing with many trials, moving the tribe or some of our stronger tribe members to Gray Stand was difficult. By the time we were able to make movement, it seemed that your problem was already resolved.
I appreciate the efforts that y'all went through, regardless. I know
Yes.
it can't have been easy.
We manage. The forest provides.
If you all don't mind, I have a few questions to ask our Furbolg friends. Y'all okay with that? Now, Russ, Furbolg, that we have named Russ, is your general area, do you call home the Iris Forest? Near Gray Stand?
It is what you all refer to it as. It is simply the forest for us.
But you've got different tribes and different locations, right?
Yes.
And you're having trouble at a southern one.
Yes.
What about you, Chuck? Are you from the southern one? Or are you from near where we're from?
I'm with them. He points at the rest of the group. We all come from the same tribe.
So you're out to help your allies. Okay.
Yes. We received a missive, as you called it, through a animal messenger, that there has been something going on in the territory south of the Iris Forest, as you call it. Furbolg are dying. We're not sure if it's a disease or a creature that is causing it, but it is something that we intend to investigate.
Okay. Are you all familiar with the Gaddacy?
They all kind of look confused at the word, but the eldest of them speaks up. He says, I have encountered one or two in my years.
Might one of them have been Malachite?
I wouldn't know.
Fair enough. You're not big on names. One. Well, I'm going to tell you what we learned from them. And tell you a little bit about them. They seem to be these elemental guardians placed around our world. And they've had guardians in each of several villages, one of which was ours in Greystan. And they had one in Birnisnarg too, which I believe is pretty close to where your allies lie. And they've seen threats either at or coming to each of those villages, and they were going to call their guardian, protect their own. We had a conversation, told them we intended to stop these threats, and we'd like their help. Managed to convince them to give us their help. So it seems that these elemental forces aren't bothering just their village. They're also could be bothering you and your allies.
2. We're back! Oh, Luna, that was good timing.
Ta-da!
We are back. About to jump into it again. Hello, everybody. Hi, chat. We're so happy to have you. Hope you're having a good night. I see there was a flurry of chat commands. Fucking bots.
We
I was
had
trying
an
to figure out
beta.
how to ban, and I couldn't figure it out. Making my way through the mod screens, and it kept doing stuff, and I was like, "What is happening?" I haven't been a mod on Twitch in a long time.
Well, it looks like it got taken care of in the end. So
Yeah.
that's what matters.
Thanks, BBEGTTRPG account.
Yeah. um yeah, so I hope everybody out there's having a good time tonight. Yeah. I don't know. Anybody got anything for chat before we dive back into this insanity?
Nope.
No.
Good to be back.
It's good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you.
Good to have you back. Both of you.
Yes. Lovely
Stop
faces.
that, damn it.
Back here
God.
again.
Oh. This dice doesn't want to behave. There it goes.
Did I ever show you guys my sharp edge dice I got at a convention that are my Cassidy set? They're meant to represent her skin, like the clear is the gray and the color is her labradorite inclusion. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it.
Put your hand behind it. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Get the gist.
Yeah, you can
Partially
get
on
it.
camera.
It's
Yeah.
not the same.
You look pretty.
I tried.
Didn't
It's very wispy.
might have better luck uploading a picture to the Discord.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, I see you there, Brandon. I'm watching chat. We haven't talked about that yet. Get ahead of yourself. I just got these two back.
I'm in danger.
There were some rough spots in there, won't lie.
Yeah, I was watching some of it. Huh. All right.
Gonna have to give them all my electrum.
The rest of it.
Tell me you don't know us. It's fine.
Well, jumping back into it here, you all are sitting in this decent sized clearing that the 5 furbolgs and the 5 of you are setting up in. Has Tim put up the hut yet or not yet?
He's probably waiting until everyone really gets down for bedding. The
Yeah.
night really comes in. Figured they'd probably socialize a little bit, as much as furbolgs and members of the measure can. I don't anticipate the furbolgs are very social.
Chuck, as you call him, is more talkative, is probably the most talkative. Russ talks if spoken to, and the female is pretty talkative as well. Not as much as Chuck, though. The senior more so responds with facial expressions, like, he's just, smiling or nodding or whatever. And then the other guy is, well, you haven't seen him, actually. He hasn't come back yet from his initial disappearance. So, anyway, so what are we gonna do?
Not that I'm particularly skilled at it, but can I make an attempt to forage some food in the clearing area?
In the clearing area?
Yeah,
sure.
without going too
Mhm.
far. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Give me a survival roll. Shouldn't be that bad. You're wisdom based, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know how, but I'm not proficient in survival, so No, I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. You you find some berries?
Get enough food for myself at least?
Not really.
No, not
No.
even one portion.
No, I find a handful of berries, but the furbolgs are the female at least is in the process of skinning that deer carcass, and the fire that they've made is pretty decent size. So, food is being prepared.
Trying to be a little self-sufficient, that's all.
Geronimo goes,
You need another one?
and he pets on his pocket, which seems like it doesn't have anything in it.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
He pulls another one out for himself and breaks it open.
There's a clearing, right? Do we have Rena's house? Like, because doesn't the house have food in it?
No,
It
it
has-
has.
Implements,
Go ahead.
right?
Yeah, it
And
has.
seasons.
Yeah, it has seasons and
Seasonings.
implements. Yeah, there's no actual food in it.
But she's
Um,
got Sky Shark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she's got
Season up
Sky
the
Shark.
sky shark inside the house.
Well, the clearing's probably not big enough for the house. So,
Tight
but
fit.
you have a nice big fire being built, so the ability to cook is present. But yeah, so the female furbolg's skinning the deer, getting it ready to start cooking it. Are we doing anything else in particular?
I don't think so.
No, probably just gonna veg out and relax.
Did Tim have any more questions for the furbolgs?
No, he would have just given them all the information he could about the Gaddisy, their current plight, and the different villages, that sort of thing.
All right. Okay. Well, a new day begins. Oh, well, no, you have to do perception rolls. Actually, I apologize. Who's staying up for first watch?
Take first watch.
I'll take
Okay.
unless Tim wants first watch for no particular reason.
Oh,
If you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Go for it. Good luck waking me up for second watch, though.
I'll figure something out.
I guess the furbolgs will be around, so it's not like it'll be just one person.
All right. Well, the two of you are beginning your watch. Chuck is also up for watch, but he's kind of he's more. The furbolgs are more mobile when they are up for a night's watch. He's kind of just walking the perimeter. He's not really talking or being sociable. He's on alert, if you will, even
Might
though
be
there
talking-
really doesn't seem much to be worried about at the moment.
Might be talking with his bugs.
Maybe. So, you all, the two of you are up for your watch. So, take it away.
Rissa would probably like scoot close and be like, "So, how was it being in the sky?"
It was odd. It's very, I mean, you'd think there'd be more words, but I don't have enough. We were in the clouds. You know, they found a way to harvest clouds. That's how they
What?
water their crops. So they don't get rain.
I think Rena, with her flying, could like, I don't know, figure out something with you and snatch a cloud.
I don't think we get very much. They're not that thick. It's more like a fog, honestly. I don't know. I didn't. There was so much. There were these like carriages that floated and looked really fancy, and people just rode on, and they're magically powered by something they called Weave Tech. They had a city, kind of like Thrix, that had people in it. Magic shops. Pretty wonderful world. But it didn't have you in it. So I'm glad to be here.
The magic sounds really cool, though. And you know, I'm glad you're. Like I said, I've said it before. I'm glad you're back.
I even got this this amulet.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Tim's
What
gonna
is
take
it?
off the amulet off of his person and hold it out. I was able to teleport with Rena, and I believe I could do about 9 people total at once. I just have to be familiar with the location I want to end up in, otherwise not so great things can happen.
Well, if we can figure out a way to get it to work here. A good way to get us home when we need to.
Yeah. Well, the trouble is it's got charges, and as far as I'm aware, right now I haven't looked into it yet, but they had their own methods for recharging it. It's their tech. I'm not sure how it's going to work here. So right now I'm just going to treat it like it won't recharge.
That's a good idea.
But it looks real fancy.
Does it currently have any charges?
Well, that's kind of how we got eaten by a sky shark. Yeah, so that did hurt.
Kind of similar to when we were teleporting back from.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
There would be two encounters, which I
You're really
Can't hear
quiet.
No!
Ow.
Anyway, what did you say?
There would be 2 encounters with giant fish things. That was funky on the tongue.
Oh man.
Tingly.
Yeah, bet it tastes great.
Back down to like 8. Why?
Well, while you're chatting, go ahead and give me some perception rolls.
Oh, yeah. I.
What do you got, Riri?
Hold on.
Okay.
21 was what I ended up with.
25.
I'm
Tim,
glad.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Got 11.
did you get? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did you get 1?
No, but
No 20. Just 1.
No more. There's no more snow left. You traveled far enough and swiftly enough to get far from where the snow had fallen the previous or 2 nights ago. Nature's much more louder here, and there's the very unpleasant presence of mosquitoes than you are more than you're used to. But between Tim's hut, which gives you a layer of protection that you don't have when he's not there, there's an additional sense of safety with the furbolgs, with Chuck constantly pacing the perimeter. Eventually, you do see the mohawked individual reappear, and as he does, without words, just kind of gives Russ a pat on the back, and he disappears into the woods. And this individual, the one with the mohawk, goes off, wakes up the female furbolg, and she starts to do what Chuck was doing as the other one now goes to sleep. So lots of activity on their end, but surprisingly quiet activity. They don't make a whole lot of noise, even moving through the brush. But nothing out of the ordinary, fortunately, is occurring. So, with your watch concluded, what are you going to do?
Marissa would kind of look over at Tim and be like, would you I know we're in and not, would you be okay sleeping together? I kind of had a hard time while you were gone.
I don't know how the good light is here. Tim's probably pretty red. Yeah, sure. We gotta get Cassidy up first. Here, you handle your sister. I'll get Cassidy. This is my toll to pay.
You will try. I'm gonna do a con saving throw. Do you want to roll to wake me up, or how?
I'm gonna pinch your nose.
Oh.
Or, Rena's wet. Maybe we just, flop her on top of Cassidy. Like a vet wag.
Shape water.
Shape water to pull all the condensation off Rena and drop it on Cassidy.
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
God damn it.
Just on her face.
So you're rolling. Yeah, you're rolling a con save, Cass. I want you to do it with disadvantage, though.
Oh man, I got such a good roll. Oh well, there that goes. 5. Oh, what did you do that for?
To wake you up? I'm sorry.
I didn't like it.
I'm sorry. Thank you, but I'm sorry. I gotta use shape water to dry you off. It's somatic, so I don't have to roll
just kind
for
of
it.
pouty. So she'll get up for second watch.
You'll get the first cup of tea tomorrow morning, I promise.
Geronimo's pops up too, and the rest of you are awoken, and pitter patters his way out for a watch.
Really? That's cute.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Him and his oversized feet just tick, 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 tick.
Oh.
What?
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 I can't help but see Geronimo as something like this. There we go.
What is this? Oh, did you post in our
Discord? Yeah.
I have a token for him actually. Damn. Okay, well, I'll show you later. Because I was unable to port him into the Roll20 game for reasons unbeknownst to me. But yeah, he walks out with the two of you and kind of sits down. There's still some deer left out for consumption if needed. He just kind of looks at it and looks a little uncomfortable. But yeah.
Cassidy looks at the deer and looks at Geronimo kind of discerningly and says, "Are you a vegetarian?"
Yes.
Do you mind if I...
No. I've learned to live with it. I have friends with antlers.
Oh,
So do we.
You do.
It's okay. I've learned to adjust.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls another ration out of his pocket and cracks it open and starts eating it.
Oh, he's gonna eat overnight, huh?
He goes, well, hold on, I'm forgetting her name.
You know, Lucinia always tells me that exotic food doesn't agree with me, but this has been pretty good.
What is it? Do you know what you're eating?
Nope. Tastes good, though.
He's just eating it.
Although I'm pretty sure that this is, these are some sort of vegetables, but they're not really, they're really dry and chewy.
Oh. Can I see it?
Yep.
He goes, you can have one if you want. She gave me a whole bunch of them.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to look at it, but I can
Oh.
understand you not wanting to eat the food that I'm inspecting.
Well, you can look at what I have open, and he shows it to you, and it looks like it's got different sorts of like let's see. Yeah, I'm
She
sorry.
wants
Rod
to
just spoke
examine
up in
it. Do I
chat.
need to roll?
Yeah, give me an investigations roll.
That would be a 16.
Okay. Well, the food that's in this ration pack are nothing that you have seen. Like the way that this stuff is packaged, like it's all very like this is not something Greystand would produce.
Right.
And you don't have the words for freeze dried or anything like that, but the food in here looks like it's been made to last. And with a 16, it definitely looks like there is jerky in here. You see, he has a piece in his hand. He's just, just what?
I'm just gonna discreetly nod and not continue this line of discussion and see if it fades away.
You gotta give it back to him. You
No,
gotta
he
give it
gave
back
me the
to him?
ration. He told me it was mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna put it in my supplies because I'm so low on food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, he
I
just
did a derp and went on a mission without food prep.
right. Well, he just keeps eating. He's kind of just looking around.
It's really weird. It's it's getting used to the daylight always changing.
What is it like in Arcadia?
It stays the same depending on where you are.
What's it like in the Springlands?
It's like a warm afternoon, a warm midday.
So how do you
Breezy.
sleep?
With the curtains pulled closed.
Mm.
Or
And he tips his hat down so it covers his eyes.
And that works?
Uh-huh.
I guess I'd have to try it to know for sure, but I am pretty good at sleeping.
Oh, yeah?
So I've been told.
Oh. Huh. I guess there are some forests, too, that provide a lot of cover that make it feel like it's nighttime, but it's not nighttime. If you want nighttime, you have to go to the Winter Court.
Ooh.
Or the Winterlands. It's always dark there.
So it's always cold and it's always dark?
Uh-huh.
That's not a good combination.
They adapt.
No wonder they're so angry all the time.
It's always hot in the Summerlands. Like a hot, humid morning. Guess where you're going? Sorry.
Summerlands?
Yep. Around here, at least, if this is where we're gonna find a doorway.
How are we doing on that, by the way?
Nothing's caught my attention yet.
Guess that's how it goes, huh?
It does. Have you ever seen a doorway before?
Have I?
Mm-hmm. You saw the one that Katie went into.
Right. I saw a doorway that appeared in a tree? Is that correct?
They can do that. I've seen such things. What did it look like?
Looked like a natural staircase down into the tree. Like it was supposed to be there.
So that was a spring door then.
Yes. I suppose.
It sounds like one of Lady Lilius's trees or gateways.
Yes, that would make sense.
Huh. We're probably looking for something on fire.
Oh.
Here. Summer Court. It's hot. They like fire. Not all of them, but it's a common association.
Any fire?
Like a ring of fire?
Oh, okay.
Or a doorway that's on fire?
So not just like a bonfire.
No. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. But I've never heard of that. It usually looks like a door. Way. Hole. A door hole. Door hole. Is that a word?
No,
Oh.
but I know what you mean somehow.
Good. We're on the same level.
And he points to his head. Takes another bite of jerky.
Cassidy thinks about it and she goes, "Yeah, probably." She knows her limits.
Well, go ahead and give me a perception roll, Cassidy.
Be a 9. Row?
You are just fully engaged in conversation with Geronimo, and just don't pick up on anything in particular. Before you know it, the sun's already coming up. If anything happened last night, you weren't paying attention enough to notice it. you actually both rolled low enough that when the sun becomes apparent, you stop and take a look around, and the furbolgs are gone.
Wow.
They left you the rest of the deer, though.
Was kind. Cassidy, I guess we'll begin packing up the deer while everyone else comes along at their own pace.
Okay. Geronimo, Rena does what Rena does as the watch has come to a close. I imagine she goes and gets Rarissa. Geronimo, Tim, you are suddenly awoken to a heavy weight on your chest, and you wake up to Geronimo standing on you.
Time to get up, Tim.
Okay, thank you for the wake-up call, Geronimo.
He just thumps with his foot on your chest and then jumps off.
Wow.
He is
Okay.
small.
Yeah, but rabbit feet are pretty powerful.
Yeah.
They didn't call him Thumper for nothing.
All right. Well, he hops off and he actually just goes right off into the woods, just jumps right into it to do who knows what rabbit things. Tim, Rarissa, it's easy enough for you to notice the furbolgs are gone.
But how much deer is left?
About a quarter.
Enough for us to all munch on and drink our tea and
Sure.
get moving.
Antlers are gone, though.
That's fine.
What?
Make those into a headpiece, and next time I see Anthea, I say, "Hey, look, I got some too."
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
Guess who got Faye touched?
Wow. Damn.
That'd be messed up.
Yeah,
Anyway,
a little bit.
I don't know why I'm immediately reminded of the blighted druids that I created for our first campaign, where it had the deer head and the antlers. The whole thing was attached to their face. Do you remember that,
Oh.
Amber?
Yeah, the deer skull and antlers were actually
It's like they were grafted onto his
one
face.
with their body. Yeah. So
Yeah.
tried to take their mask off and we couldn't.
Yeah, they took their face off.
Ow.
I think the Sora rolled like a really high
Is that what
strength check.
happened?
Yeah. To the one, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice image.
Like, never mind. I'm not gonna keep going with that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No one gets the reference anyway, so.
that's fine. But yeah. So, you all are waking up, enjoying some deer meat. Even this early hour, the mosquitoes are still out. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, reminds me of home.
Yeah, that's the vibe, Colby. Honestly, that's the vibe I'm going for.
We heard banjo run.
No banjos yet. Maybe eventually. All right.
Cast will divvy up the deer that she's collected so everyone can have a roughly equal portion, except for Geronimo.
Yep. He comes back with a little bag of berries and is just picking them, eating them as he goes.
And we'll serve everyone tea. Cassidy first.
Yay.
And Geronimo too.
Yes, but he's probably last.
Okay, that's fine. He kind of looks and he goes,
No,
What
Tim will
it-
be last.
What is this? It's
Leaf
hot.
juice. We call it tea. I'm not sure if they have that where you're from, but
Uh-huh.
probably
Sir
do.
Carlisle drinks this.
Oh, you
Pinky
can-
out, he says.
Yes. Though I don't have saucers, so it's kind of redundant, but it's good to keep up the habit.
It makes it really hard, though, because I only have 4 fingers, so it's hard to exclude one.
Well, I won't rat you out if you got to use both hands. These cups aren't really sized for you. So,
Good. Thank you.
And he does just that. Just. And what is this tea that you were serving?
Earl Grey tea.
Hmm.
Oh, this is exactly like what Mr. Carlisle drinks.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Save
pretty
the,
good.
Save the chamomile for evenings, but usually those are saved for at home. Don't want to take those when you got to take watch.
You know chamomile? I didn't know she made tea.
Wait, what? She? There's a person named Chamomile?
It's a, yeah, it's a dryad.
That's
Her name's
wonderful.
Chamomile.
Well, maybe she's responsible for the flowers.
I didn't
chamomile
even know that
flowers.
there was a tea.
There's a chamomile plant. We make tea out of it.
I guess that makes sense. They all have kind of weird plant names.
I
Yep.
bet she's relaxing.
She's put me to sleep a couple of times. I don't know if I'd call it relaxing, but if that's what you want to call it, you do you.
Well, eventually, you finish your breakfast and start to advance on the day. I have to tick the calendar ahead another day. We are moving swiftly through this month. Okay, survival roll, please.
I think I'm left.
Not right?
Nah.
Inspiration.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I rolled a 2. I
Oh,
better
okay,
not
close
roll a
enough.
1 next. You know what? Screw this. I'm going to switch dice. It's a lot better. Nat 20 for a total of 22.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. That's too funny. Okay, yeah, you give me no, never mind. Fuck that. You don't need a perception roll for this.
Thank you.
Tim's a curious individual, though. I mean, that's a safe assumption, I think. As you are traveling and guiding the group with Geronimo hop walking right alongside you, you are making very good progress. And the out in the like nearby, you see a very maybe out of place, an arrangement of trees. Like, I'm not sure any other way to put it. Like it stands out to you. It's like a semicircle of these large trees. Let me check something. Specifically birch trees, which makes them stand out even more because this is not a birch tree forest. You've actually started to move away from the plant life that you're used to. They're still coniferous, or not, they're still deciduous trees, but they're starting to be a mix of pine needle style trees and things of that nature. You're starting to see more small bodies of water too, like shallow, murky pools. But these birch trees, there are a total of 6 of them, and they seem to be, like I said, in a half circle orientation. Give me a perception roll.
17.
Oh, and you know what? The rest of you can give me perception roll too, actually, please. Every time you do that, Luna, you look like you're up to some shit. Every time.
Always up to some shit. Always on my bullshit.
What do you got, Cass?
15.
Okay, Marissa?
Yeah, like a ghost. 13.
13. Okay. I see Rena just popped a 20 into chat. So Rena, you hear it. And Tim, you definitely notice it. There was a lower DC for Tim because he saw it. You hear what sounds like crying, weeping. And it's not like it's a like it's not being hidden.
Hello?
They wherever whoever this crying is coming from, they don't have any pause. Like they just keep crying.
I'm gonna follow the crying.
Okay. The rest of
Tell
you are
everyone
going.
to be on guard.
Okay. As you approach, let's see.
We find another demon out here. Like Hope. I don't know if we can take care of it.
So you follow the sound and you realize immediately that this sound is coming from this semicircle of trees, and approaching it, you see that one of the trees is crying as the features of the tree make a face. It's I don't know why she would have laughed. And you see that each and every one of these trees actually has some sort of face, and like one of them just kind of has like this solemn look. There are the two that are flanking the crying tree, just like, oh, it'll be all right, don't worry, she'll come back. And they're just all kind of like murmuring and in some state of distress, but this one in particular is just very vocal. And you see in the space that is in front of these trees, that where this half circle is, there is it looks like a camp almost. There's a place where there was a campfire at some point that is no longer lit. There's a bedroll. There are items just kind of strewn about. Let's see, what else is there? Sorry. And it almost looks like a lived-in place, but no walls, just basically the trees as to what make this area. Yeah, so there, like I said, there's you can't make them out until you get closer, but there seem to be like little trinkets and stuff scattered amongst this place too.
This is odd.
You all see this, by the way.
Should we him?
It doesn't
What would-
hurt to ask why it's crying.
What would Bert do?
It's not like they're gonna chase you if they're mean.
Who's Bert?
The tree we talked to with the what were the names?
Ellie and Fitzy.
Yeah, Ellie and Fitzy.
Um,
You don't remember Bert?
I do now.
Okay. All right. I'll walk up to the tree.
Okay.
Hey, what's the matter, big guy?
Oh.
What happened?
They start to murmur. Oh, someone's coming. Get yourself together. Damn it, Carol. And they Carol, the one that they were talking to, that was crying, like,
Oh, Carol.
I'm sorry. And, another one of the trees, like second from the left, says, sorry, stranger. Just dealing with some things right now. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine.
It's okay. It's okay to feel your feelings, Carol.
The one next to her is to the left of her is like,
She always just gets so emotional every time. It's gonna be okay. This has happened before.
This has happened before. Wow.
She cries at everything.
You want to talk about it, Carol? Do you need a stranger's ear?
Carol goes to speak, but it's very unintelligible. And you see there's actual like water streaks going down the tree, like as if actual tears are coming out of her eyes. Another one of the trees speak up and says, this is the one all the way to the left, says, our friend seems to have disappeared again, but I'm sure she'll be back. It's only been... And he just stops speaking.
Yeah, not that long.
It's 8 months or more! She just keeps crying and crying. And then it picks up 8 months at least.
Oh,
That is a long time for someone to go missing, or at least be gone.
It'll be okay. She protects this forest. She wouldn't leave and not come back. Mm-mm.
she protects this forest, huh?
Yep, everything's fine.
That your green lady or ember maiden or something like that? What was that?
Marlena.
Marlena. Do I recognize that name before I
That
dig
is-
my notes?
Yes,
Okay.
you do. That's the Ember Maiden.
Hey, Carol. It's gonna be all right. We're looking for Marlena, actually. So whenever we find her, we're gonna tell her that she
We
needs to
are?
come back to you soon. All right.
I thought you guys were looking for Peggy.
Tree's crying, Geronimo. Don't bring up that name.
You never seen a tree cry before?
No.
Oh. What are Cassie and Marissa doing?
Cassidy thought about swatting the bunny when he mentions Peggy, but the last time she touched him, it didn't go very well. So she thinks better of it and just sits there and waits.
Like a
Better not.
Yeah. So what are we doing with these trees? There are 6 of them in total. You've heard from like 4 of them. And as I said, this seems to be a living space of sorts.
Well,
Who's
Tim's
that?
probably going to try and grill them for information carefully. So if anyone else has anything they want to do.
Yeah, go ahead. Before Tim starts to drill these trees.
Don't drill the tree.
Just
Marissa would
tap
probably
'em.
just be like, hey, which direction did she go in before you didn't see her for 8 months? Just out of curiosity.
Carol just goes quiet. She's like, like, and you see like she's kind of like the features of the tree look like they're trying to move to look at the others, but they're all kind of like pointed inward, but all of them kind of talk at once. It's like, she went. Give me a perception. No, you know what? Give me an insight roll. Actually, give me an insight check. Like a kid trying to get away with something before someone could tell them no. Like, that's what that was. That's what you just did.
You know what's funny is it landed on top of my makeup that I used earlier, so that's interesting. Okay. Secret effect. I'm right. It's in insight.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Good. So all of
That one was wet when I touched it.
They don't. So Carol clearly doesn't know. The rest of them have no clue. Like, they seem like they're scrambling to try and find an answer. But you do notice that the third one from the right, the fourth one from the right, is particularly quiet when this question is answered. And he's just kind of like, the face on the tree is just shifting left to right a little bit, like trying to see how the rest of them are answering. But he seems suspicious. He's a suspicious tree. So did you say something? If you did, I didn't hear you.
No. She would
okay.
probably just kind of be like,
okay.
Well, you're the one who
like,
saw
Tim,
it,
I don't think
so-
I'm any good
Yeah,
at that.
You're the only one that noticed the suspicious tree. The rest of them did not.
Probably whisper, like, I don't think I'm very good at this, but the one tree seems suspicious.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Okay. Tim's gonna take a deep breath. And he's gonna approach the tree. You there. You know something. I can see it in your bark.
Him? You mean him? Not me. Him, not me. Right?
Are you deflecting?
I don't know what that means.
You're a tree, sir, not a shield. Please. Spill the sap. We're trying to help.
Are you trying to help? Or are you trying to intimidate him?
Why can't you do both?
There's not a roll for both. Give me
Okay.
persuasion.
They're both the same for me. Which,
Okay.
speaking of, also, by the way, Cassidy, I think next time we level, we should change our skill proficiencies to reflect what we use more. I think I might be dropping medicine in favor of, like persuasion.
Mm.
Any little bit to help. That's a 10.
10.
And you can do that on level up? Just switch out proficiencies?
I believe so. Ultimately, it's up to the DM.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a thing, but we could look into it. The tree just. Wow, I don't know what you're talking about. Nope, don't know nothing. Marlena's gone.
Yes, and we'd like to find her and bring her back to you.
Is anybody gonna?
Don't you want Carol
help
to stop
him?
being so sad?
Someone gonna help him?
I don't know how to help.
How would Cassidy help a tree in distress?
Not a question I'd ever thought I'd be asked before.
Welcome to D&D.
But like hand a tree a flower, that seems like a bad idea.
Bad idea. Yes. That's a threat.
Yeah.
Um. Cassidy will say, I don't know what you're afraid of, but we're not here to hurt anyone. But we do know about the Ember Maiden being missing. Maybe we could help if we knew what to look for.
Okay.
So she's just playing it like passively.
Okay, you go ahead, Cassie. Give me a persuasion roll now.
Hard roller, soft roller. Got it.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
What you got? You got a good poker face right now because I have no idea what to expect with what you just rolled.
I'm trying to find persuasion.
It's in alphabetical order in your list.
That'll be a 10.
Oh. He just kind of like he closes his mouth and closes his eyes like he thinks he's hiding now. But I mean, you still see the face. He's just we don't know where Marlena went. It's just been a very long time since she's come back, and she left her things and all that. If the tree could gesture to the floor, he would.
I'll stick to my strengths then. Gonna investigate.
Ooh.
Okay.
Damn. That's an 18.
An 18. Wow.
I rolled an 11.
Wow. That is definitely a strength. Okay, well, searching around here, there's a lot of dead leaves on the ground, as you would imagine, because there's this dense collection of trees. But You also get the impression that not a lot moves through here because you're able to brush the leaves away and still see tracks that have been preserved by the coverage, by the foliage that's fallen here. After it,
Wow.
it takes a while to get a full picture if you take the time. Would you take time to get a full, as big of a clear as a picture as you could?
Are
Or
you
is it
all
hard?
okay with that?
Yeah.
Then we'll
Okay.
take the time.
Okay. It looks like there's some sort of scuffle here. Some sort of confrontation. Looks like 3 individuals in total were here. One smaller than the rest. Not like tiny, just smaller in stature, clear by the size of their footprint left behind. But it looks like someone was surrounded, and someone or something, probably someone, was dragged away.
Does it look like the thing, the individual that was dragged away was the smaller of the two?
No.
No?
Not
Okay.
the smaller of the two.
How small are we talking?
Anthea sized.
Be worried if it was Geronimo sized.
No. Oh. Never mind. Shitty roll. Geronimo's sniffing around, but he just he looks like he's got something and then never mind. Just
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Stuff possibly be able to give us any kind of.
what was that?
Would her stuff be able to give us any kind of answers?
Oh, okay. You know what? Looking through her stuff. So, I mean, as you were investigating, you would see the things here, Tim. There's a lot of stuff. And it honestly seems like a lot of junk that's been collected over time. Everybody roll a d10 for me.
Oh, I gotta reach for a different one.
Just tell me what you got as you get it.
5.
Okay.
Hey, another
8.
5.
I got a 4.
Okay. I see your rolls in there, Rena. Roll that again for me so you get something different. An 8, a 5, a 4, and a 2. Okay. Let's see. So a 2. There is, from the leaves, you pull out this flask, and it's got these little worms in it that at first are glowing like just a light color. It was Rena that picked these up. What emotion is Rena feeling right now? I'm referring to chat for those that are wondering what I'm waiting for. I'm looking to chat. Surprised? The worms inside here start to glow red as it's picked up and looked at. Let's see. What else did we have? Tim rolled a 5. You find the smallest, it looks like a little coat, just the tiniest coat you've ever seen. You don't know what kind of individual. Actually, you know what, Tim? This is like quickling sized,
Oh,
but it's like a little coat you find among the stuff. What were my other 2 rolls? I'm sorry.
8.
I had
and
a
eight.
4.
An 8 and a 4. All right. The 4, you find a floating rock, Rarissa, but it's small enough to fit in your hand when you close your fingers around it. And Cassidy, you find this shape made of metal. It's like a very thin piece of metal that outlines what looks like a horse, which you've only seen a couple of horses. Except something is wrong with this horse outline because something looks like it's protruding out of its forehead. For the player, I will tell you, it's a cookie cutter made of metal, and it's a unicorn. But Cassidy doesn't. I would tell you, you don't know what a unicorn is. You've never seen one. You never heard of one.
Nor would I know
Oh, horny horse.
Damn it.
well, it's just an odd decoration, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine that is how you would perceive it. So those are the things that you pick up and you notice, but there are clearly other things sitting around here. An odd-shaped rock, some sort of clothing. You see a pipe sitting off to the side. Just a variety of very odd things. If you wanted to continue to search through these things, you can, but that's up to you. Whether it will tell a story or not, I mean, I guess that's up for you to decide what to decipher from these items.
I think Colby's got a good idea, but Tim's a little lost.
But you do have that previous information that it does seem like there was some sort of scuffle here.
Yeah, that was a good investigation.
Yeah, that was a great investigation. Someone was dragged off, not the smaller of the 3 individuals.
Oh.
Seemingly dragged off in front of this whole spectacle of trees.
Mm-hmm.
Tim's gonna set down the knickknacks. All right, well, these aren't ours. Whatever they are. And I'll turn around to the trees and say, well, I'm gonna call you the Grove. Grove?
They all kind of like mutter amongst themselves when you give them that name, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Mm.
Grove, we will try to return your person to you. Because, well, not only do I feel for your cries, but she's also important to us as well. Wish you all a happy day.
They kind of collectively, but not at the same time, say thank you. And as you are leaving this grove, if you will, you do hear. Give me a perception roll.
I don't hear shit. That's a
What did you
5.
roll? Oh, okay. Well, you hear one of them tell you to be careful.
Okay.
You just don't know who.
I give a wave from behind me as I'm walking away.
Okay.
Those are some weird trees.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't meet too many trees so that I can just hear talking.
Really?
Really?
I mean, I've talked to some trees before, and I've talked to some shrubs.
Shrubs?
Yeah.
What are those like?
Don't ever, really bossy.
Huh.
Sometimes very Oh, look at me, I'm a shrub. Word of advice, don't ever eat an awakened plant. They taste very funny.
Okay.
Kind of chewy.
What's the word on ferns?
Assholes. All of them. I've only talked to a couple. As soon as I notice that they can talk, I usually walk the other way. They're very pompous.
Somehow, that seems to track. Thank you, Geronimo.
You're welcome.
Yeah, most trees that are around us, I kind of want to cut down so we have more room. None of them have spoken to me, so I think I'd have some qualms about cutting them down if they did.
Can you speak to trees or plants?
Not magically, no.
Oh, okay. That's the first time I've seen a bunch of awakened trees up here.
What's that the term for them? Awakened.
I think so. That's what Jane calls them, at least.
Who's Jane?
Another esteemed member of Fuke.
Fuke, huh?
The fantastically uproarious Chaoskin, of course.
Is that how you pronounce it? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Thank you. Onward we go.
You're welcome again.
Of course, the bunny would be in Fuke. They're all about Fuke.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
Oh. I'm just a simple farmer from Gatia.
Oh, yeah. Farmers. I hear you don't like my kind around here. They don't like me in Arcadia either, though.
Well, don't like you eating our crop. That's for sure.
What I'm referring to.
Yeah. But hey, I think in a way I can get behind Fuke as well. I think our whole village should.
What does that even mean?
We appreciate your support.
Maybe we'll start our own version, you know?
We aim to please.
Oh, God.
You all could be a sister group to Fuke if you like. You seem to be some sort of, your own little group.
Yeah.
You could talk to Sir Carlisle. I bet he's got an application for that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta look it over reverse. Yeah, maybe we should practice.
He seems to have Fuke applications for everything.
Awesome.
Or maybe, I think actually he calls those flyers, not applications.
Okay.
Yep.
Tim's done talking now.
Okay. Wow. That's the first half of the day gone.
Good thing we made good speed, right?
Yeah, you're making great speed. Oh no, my God. I have a roll table and I keep rolling the same thing over and over and over again, and it's already passed. You know what? I'm gonna do this differently. Okay, that's a thing. Well,
It could be Groundhog Day. Maybe that means we're in Arcadia.
as you travel, you come around to a half circle of birch trees that are crying.
We keep walking. We made a circle.
Yeah. All right. Well, the the day.
Damn it,
continues.
Carol.
They all had names, by the way. They all had names.
Sure.
As you trudge through the woods, give me, Rarissa, give me a survival roll. I think you have not done that yet. Okay. And there it goes.
14.
14. Okay. Your pace goes at an average speed. You're definitely starting to leave the familiar forest that you see every day in Grey Stand. While it is still the irised forest, you're starting to see more subtropical vegetation. And there's a lot more bugs. You're seeing spider webs that are going across treetops. What wildlife you do see are smaller than you're used to. Probably to be more accustomed to what you're now feeling, to what was a nice sunny day to now be a very humid and moist day. It's like getting slapped in the face with a damp towel as you continue. And those small, shallow bodies of murky water are now part of your path. Trudging through what is slowly turning into swampland. Unsure of how much further you do still have to go, the day is starting to come to a close again. Being in this type of environment brings with it a lot more interesting sounds. The bugs are different, more prominent, and you keep hearing light splashing in these shallow waters around you. Not quite sure if it's a fish or maybe something bigger. Can everybody give me a perception roll, please? All right, Cass, what do you got?
9.
Oh, Marissa, what do you got?
28. I got a nat 20.
Shit. Tim, what do you got? I see
11.
you at 11.
I flicked that dice super hard.
You all are beginning to, as it seems to be the best path, you're starting to have to trudge through shin-deep waters. Not really able to see what you're stepping in, but you move with careful purpose. Rarissa, though, you see it first, trudging through these waters as a log is drifting by right up behind Tim. That's not a log. As you just hear and the log opens to a maw of sharp teeth as a giant alligator surfaces and is about to bite down on him. And we'll end session there and pick up next week as combat begins.
We're in Florida.
That's the vibe.
Hard no.
Swampy.
Gumbaroo swamp.
Either Louisiana swamps or a Floridian swamp.
Carolina swamp.
Mhm.
They've got them there too, apparently.
You said no banjos.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Now I gotta listen to Banjo Slaughter.
You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you.
I'm forcing me to.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it. This will be up on YouTube at some point on Thursday, and the audio on Friday over on Spotify and other major podcasting formats. Again, our session 52 is quickly approaching. That will be in 2 weeks. So make sure that you keep coming in, save your channel points, and if you know somebody that normally comes around that doesn't, tell them to make sure to pop by on what day will that be? That's going to be the 7th, April 7th. Oh man, our 1 year is on a first week of the month.
Do you mean May 7th?
May 7th. Yeah, I know days. That's crazy. But yes, thank you everybody for coming out. We love you very much. And we will see you next time as the adventure continues. Good night.
Good night, everyone.